Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show with your host, Shikama. There are a lot of conspiracies running around, but one that still pervades is the moon landing hoax conspiracy. The moon landing hoax controversy is still evident after 36 years. On July 20th, 1969, our lives changed forever. This was not due to any disastrous event that took place here on Earth, but an amazing event that took place in the heavens when the first man walked on that wondrous thing people have gazed at and wondered about for centuries, the moon. Our world was changing at the time in leaps and bounds. It was a time of endless possibilities. Many people think of this as a moon landing hoax or the first man on the moon hoax. In spite of all the evidence to the contrary, some people still believe that the landing of a man on the moon was a trick of television. Our guest today is a professor at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. Professor, can you tell us what is the first controversy about the man landing on the moon?
The shadows on the moon. One of the arguments from the skeptics to substantiate the moon landing hoax theory involves the shadows that illuminated from the lunar surface when the pictures that were sent back to us. They argue that if that is not a hoax, why is it that the facts about the moon state that there are no shadows in space? This argument about this moon landing hoax comes from believers that feel the sun is the only source of light in the universe. When you think of the moon, you must consider that the sun is not the only source of light on the moon, and that the lunar surface reflects its own light, which illuminates all things on the surface. Therefore, shadows on the moon do not provide evidence of the moon landing hoax.
And thank you for that. What else could be a controversy about the moon landing hoax?
The fluttering flag. Another part of the moon landing hoax theory deals with the American flag. The picture that was sent back showed this flag fluttering, as in the wind. Some believers in the moon landing hoax feel that this was a proof that the picture had been taken on Earth and not the result of a moon landing. The fact that the flag flutters in the wind when there is no wind on the moon could lend to some degree of credibility to belief that this was a hoax. However, experts who defend against the moon landing hoax theory explain that a vacuum has no friction, and on the moon things don't stop moving as quickly as they do on the Earth. So when the astronauts planted the straightened pole in the flag, the movement would have easily caused the flag to move or flutter. Thus it cannot be used as evidence in the moon landing hoax theory.
Well, that sounds convincing. Finally, what else could be a cause for the moon landing hoax conspiracy?
Driving the rover. The pictures of the astronaut driving the rover also provide to many that this was a moon landing hoax. However, the projection of the speed of the film showing the astronauts driving in the moon proves that it really did happen. There were no clouds of dust rising from the tires of the rover because the moon dust returns directly to the surface. Therefore, it was not possible back in the 1969 to have this type of controlled environment in which to display the moon landing hoax.
Thank you, Professor. And that's it for our speech about the moon landing hoax conspiracy. Do you think the moon landing was a hoax? Do you think that the pictures were a hoax? Do you think that the videotape taken of the moon landing itself was a hoax? Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show.